Hello. Am I very loud suddenly? I hope not. I accidentally put my mic up all the way right before going live. Um, so if it's too loud, please let me know. Um,
Hopefully, our audios are normal today. No loudness, no weirdness.
who
All normal
knows?
as we, I guess, commission an army.
Yeah, we are gonna commission an army. I do have to put everyone's voices up again, I realized, because
Mm-hmm.
oh, how does this work again? Right. Okay, so we're gonna make sure nobody. Today we do the thing that we have like been trying to do for a month now or more.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Oh boy. Oh geez. Nobody can hear that except me because the game volume is really low. For streaming. Okay. Now we're in it. Now we're in it. We're back. We're in it.
Now, I do think there's a non-zero chance that we maybe done
Uh-huh.
this game in an hour
What?
tonight. We're about to commission the army. We
That's
have
true.
maybe a few days left. No more pie shenanigans, theoretically.
Mm-hmm.
And then I imagine the end of this game is we fight the darkness and then we win, and then we're done.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that makes
So
sense to me. I need to
there is
put
a
more money
chance
in my
that
money pile.
there's a chance to me that we may be done this game early.
Yeah. How do I need to write personal? Transfer to treasury. Maybe. I mean, if we are, you can go play Pokemon Scarlet. And we can call it.
Shout out to anyone who is in our time zone, and so we'll be getting access to Pokemon Scarlet early. Or if you're not in our time zone and you're going to be getting access to it at normal time, I guess either way, 2 hours. See
some
you in
people are
two
already
hours.
playing it, right? Like Japan and
Oh,
Australia.
Australia's had it for a bit. Japan
Yeah.
is already playing.
Yeah. They've got the pro strats already. America logs on and they get crushed. I'm so excited that you can. I know this is a Fable 3 stream, but I'm so excited that you can like play with other people in Pokemon for realsies though now? Question mark. I know very little about this game because I'm not on the internet. But you can just like do the quests with people. You can just like play the main story with people. That's wild.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, totally. And we could even hypothetically play together, which would be wild.
Oh shit, true. You don't have to be in the same room. I'm still
Yeah.
living in 2005.
Oh yeah, you want us to get our link cables out?
Oh fuck, I do. Yeah, I do. I do want us to get our link cables out.
I wish, you know, not
I
necessarily
wanna
a better world, but I am nostalgic for it.
to reload into my money. Just one more time. Actually, we should probably use some of these crests, right? Like,
Yo,
who
yeah, we
knows?
should do that now.
Yeah, maybe like we send the army and then it's like, and now you're battling God or something. So,
Yeah.
all right. We've got to go. We've got to go melee, right? We're ride or die with Bonk.
Bonk
Bonk or
says
die.
yes.
All right, cool. Hell yeah. All right. All right. What's this guy look like? Who are you, Bonk? Show me your true form. Yo. Bonk's on fire.
Bonk looks sick.
Bonk looks hot. Hot as hell.
Hot as hell.
Okay, let's go buy some things that are not 100 points or whatever. Like that chest. That will definitely be something we want. 180? How is range level 5 100?
Because we haven't upgraded ranged in like forever.
Right, but the range level 5, we can just skip it and get it for 100. We can get it for 80 less than that. We can play the loot for 85. Obviously, we don't want any. Ooh, oh. Holy shit, Jedi time.
We've talked about this before.
We have talked about the Jedi skill. I don't know if there's another magic thing. I don't think there's anything else that's like worth 40 that's like worth our time.
I don't think so, no. I guess we could go and complete side quests if we wanted to, but do we want to?
Oh.
No. So let's just listen, what are they gonna do? We're gonna win.
What if we don't win? What if we did everything correctly and the game is like, actually, because you did everything good, we're gonna punish you for that?
I genuinely think that might happen. I kind of listen, whatever happens from here, if this game ends with we fucking died, I call that a victory.
I mean, we're royalty, right? So
Yes, exactly.
yeah.
We build the best place ever, and they're like, all right, we don't need royals anymore. And we just get beheaded.
Exactly. Beautiful. All right. Oh, I've done it. I did the thing again. Oh, there's little money things this time. Those weren't there before. Those little sacks of gold. Look at them. They're so cute.
I'm
They're
glad
like
they gave us like a
babies.
unique thing for getting the amount we needed.
Yeah. All these little children.
little
Look
money
at all of our
bags.
sky children. I consider the money my children because I won't have any others.
Well, you won't have the money either soon.
That's okay. I'll send my children to war instead of my people.
Well, so money. I don't know how to tell you this, Claire.
Money
We are
is
still
the most
conscripting
precious
people.
thing in the world. Yeah, but for some reason we have so much money that no one's gonna die. I'm just imagining we're arming everyone with fucking bazookas.
Yeah, we've like put all our we're actually playing a game of Civilization, and we've just put everything in like technology to such a degree that they can't like even hurt us. All right.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Zero
Fuck
of my
yeah.
subjects will die in the coming war. This is what we did it for.
Yeah,
This is
what we did
where
it for.
this is what everything was for.
Hell yeah.
All right, Nerner, sign that check. Hell yeah. Does it want me to go back? It does want me to go back. Okay. All right, 121 days.
All right.
Now it's gonna be like, you need another 160,000 gold. Actually,
Yeah,
that's very
they totally
little.
might.
Anniversary, Your Majesty. 1 year as Queen of Albion.
Wow,
Time
thanks.
just fly.
Yeah.
I'm delighted to say that the Albion army has been deployed in preparation for the invasion, so we may enjoy the occasion without apprehensions. To
Cool.
celebrate this momentous day, I have prepared some fantastic events. First, you will stand still for several hours while a local artist paints your portrait. Then, you will choose the 47 varieties of flowers you wish to be cast at your feet as you parade through the city. Oh, and you will need to sign thousands of autographs, of course. Let's see. You will also be fitted for a new pair of shoes, and, of course, you will need a new suit.
Oh, thank God. So this is where I get my picture painted? Right? Right, Hobson? Alright, cool. I guess I'm gonna stand.
Hobson can't hear you in the bonk zone.
Oh no! Bonk was the villain the whole time!
Bonk is friend. Bonk teach you to kill. Bonk teach you to kill anyone Bonk want you to kill.
The day has come.
Oh no, you trapped me.
Time for you to face the darkness.
Let me out.
But you will do so in your true
Help.
form. Over
What the
past
fuck does
years,
that
you
mean?
have made
No.
decisions that reveal your nature, and which have affected the lives of all your subjects.
I don't have a true form, fuck you.
You would have thought impossible. Not only have you raised an army to protect your people, but you have accomplished this while acting as a noble, benevolent, and popular ruler.
Yeah, we're great, thanks.
Queen. You are a hero. You
Oh,
are
wow.
its champion, its protector.
Red Bull gives you wings.
This coming battle is the reason you had to take Logan's place. Only you can defeat the creature that dwells in the shadows. If you do not, all your efforts will have been in vain. Now go. Do what you were born
So can I fly now?
No, this game's not that cool.
I know. There's so many people. Wow. Look at all these friends I've made. Who's this guy? What?
No idea.
Who? I don't remember this guy. What?
Is it like someone who, if we'd done any side quest stuff, is it someone who died maybe?
Oh, maybe.
One of the soldiers or something that died?
Like stand inside of them. It's me. I'm the real imposter.
God. Don't stand inside a page.
I want to be really close with Paige.
Can you please just find can you please just find our enemy and just like cover him up? Can you
Oh
find
yeah.
River? He might be on the other side. Can you try and
There's
cover him
no
up?
way. There is no way Reaver is in this.
I guarantee he would be.
No.
Oh,
I don't
he's
see
not.
him here. I don't.
That's
Our fucking
interesting.
brother is.
He has to be here somewhere.
He's not. I think Reaver's the guy we kill. Who is this dude? Anyways, alright.
All right. You know what? Thanks, my gay uncles.
Wow.
All right,
We in
let's
it.
fucking go.
Let's do it. I really hope we don't need 6.5 million gold again. Okay,
It's
hi.
here. The darkness has reached Power Stone.
Oh no, not the
Has barely
darkness.
begun, but already we have suffered terrible casualties. We simply
One sec. I need to turn the game volume up for the stream. I have a feeling that it is too quiet.
weren't ready. If we don't
How have we suffered casualties?
there
We
may
signed a
not
thing
be
that said we
kingdom
can't.
left to defend by dawn. We have
The
to
casualties were his romances.
Today we
I
fight
see.
for Albion. For Albion.
How did it get here before we found out?
I don't
Didn't
know.
we build a fort
Oh,
in
wow.
Aurora for warning?
I guess so. Wow, we're just in it, huh? Okay.
Yep, this is the rest of the game. I guarantee you this is the rest of the game.
This is the rest of the game. I think you're correct. Can I just go? Can I just do the thing where I just leave again? Cool.
I think you're supposed to save people.
Oh.
Because I think
Am
people are
I?
gonna die.
Oh, wow. Oh, boy. Hi. Who's growling? The crawler. Who's the crawler?
I'm worried that if you don't hit people, they may kill, like, characters.
I have a feeling that my friends are invincible.
You think?
Yeah. No one would kill a main character. Not in this video game.
You're right, they wouldn't.
Oh boy, there's more. Oh boy. That wasn't fair. I didn't have my controls back yet. Oh no, it's my kingdom.
You really said
Go
the
away.
Kingdom of Unlight.
Wow, I can't believe they censored him on the captions. TikTok's gone too far. Can't even say death anymore.
We need to unalive the bringer of Unlight.
Oh, ooh, a key.
Ooh.
Amazing. This is definitely where I was supposed to go.
Yeah, that's why there was a key.
Yeah.
Obsessed with
Oh,
war,
boy.
question mark? Just looking at when you're done killing these guys, I want to see that poster more up close
Oh.
because it's so funny to
Be
me.
a man. Die for Albion. Wait, what does the top say? You, sir, why are you not at war? Be a man. Die for Albion. Jesus Christ. Oh,
Did
hi.
Reaver make these?
He has to have, right? He has to
must
have.
have.
Deserters. Beware the danger of deserters. Know them by the sign. Wait, sorry, evil person. Are you talking to me? All who are cowards, vagabonds, and renegades. I thought we were a good person. Who put these up?
Can you see the others?
This is just about teeth.
Yeah, it is. It's creepy. It's the worst one.
I don't like this.
Yo, what the fuck happened? Wait, where did that guy go? Did you see the dead man lying there a second ago?
I may have missed it. I think
Okay.
you're supposed to maybe not stand in the goop, by the way.
No. Well. Ooh. Paige. Hi, Paige.
Paige?
How you? Oh no.
Oh,
I'm sad.
that's fake Paige.
I'm sad.
This is fake. It's a
I'm
nightmare.
done. I'm done. I want to go home.
It's a nightmare.
I'm sad.
This is a nightmare.
Okay, can I stand in the goop? Yes.
Okay, it doesn't matter. Okay.
I don't think
thought,
it matters.
You know
this
how
game
like
does
in
not
video
give
games,
a shit.
when
Yeah,
they
where
make,
you
like,
slowly
a
get
shiny
poisoned.
black thing.
Yeah. And if you
your
stand in
enemies
it,
are
you slowly
associated
died.
With that color, yeah, you would slowly die standing in it. Too
Yeah.
bad, I forgot this isn't a video game. It's an old video game.
Yeah, it's a different type of thing. They didn't invent modern video games yet. I mean, I guess that's actually literally true. Never mind. I was making a joke. It wasn't a joke.
Yeah, you have to like cut them some slack on this game. They hadn't invented game design yet.
Oh, wow. I kind of want to become a Jedi for a bit. Could I do swords and push? Wait, can I
You would
even
get rid of
become a...
Bond? Oh,
no,
like
no,
the
I
swords.
mean the magic. Yeah. Oh, wow. There's
Yeah,
a lot of
swords and
goop
push
here.
seems alright. Oh, are you allowed to change?
Yeah, I think I am.
Oh, this is kind of cool.
I kind of hate this. I mean, it's sick as hell. Let's see. Hell yeah, force push and blades.
Fuck yeah,
Oh,
force
shot.
push blades.
I can't do force push and fire. That's sad. All right, let's do force push and blade. Force push and blades. All right.
I wonder if you would have to like do some stuff where you like, I don't know. I actually have no idea what you would have to do.
Oh, it just moves them back a little bit. This sucks. Never mind. I want electric back.
And so Nerner realized the thing that all people must realize: being a Jedi actually sucks ass.
Wait, why can I only choose
I
blades
think
and force
because
now?
you're at the
I'm wearing
blades thing,
them.
or you're at the force push thing. You need to go over to the shock one.
Can I do... I want to try fire and blades. We haven't done fire and blades.
This feels appropriate for the darkness that we're fighting. Swords of fire.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
We need to
I think what you're doing is like not to be like, oh, it's Pokemon night, but I think you're doing sword stance right now.
Oh shit, I am. I'm increasing my attack power. What am I doing? I just put my... Why did I put Bonk away? Alright. Okay. Do I go this way? No. Where do I go? Oh my god, why am I dying? Okay. Do I go this way? Did I come this way? I did come this way, didn't I?
You did. You have to wait for them to talk, then you get to go to the next spot, or fight more guys, probably.
Probably. I think maybe I go this way.
Oh, okay.
Oh no, it's crows.
We've actually done nothing hurtful.
We've literally saved everyone.
I guess we killed Logan, but
we
that's
killed
not...
we killed Logan, but he's not a person. I mean, he's not anymore. We killed him.
Right. He's not here to rejoice.
The people we killed cannot say that we are a bad person, so therefore we're not. Ow. Hey. Why do you have no hitboxes? This is not cool. You know the best part about this video game? The combat.
Is this genuine, or...
No. I should use my gun more. Actually, I shouldn't. It's really bad. We haven't leveled it up at all.
Do you remember at the start of this game when we were really kind of endeared by the combat?
No.
I think we kind of were. We kind of were like, oh, this looks cool as hell.
Maybe. Wait, I should use my potions. Okay, cool. Wait, what does that do? Okay, so I can just like make it so.
Yeah, stop
Like
time.
if this is the end of the game, I need to use all my things up.
Yeah, you should use all your things so you can justify having saved them to this one.
Right, otherwise I'm like doing the thing where you save all your feather downs until the final boss, but then you don't revive your party just in case there's a second round.
Anytime you save stuff for the second round, there will be no second round. Anytime you're out of stuff by the second round, there will be a second round. Ooh,
Yeah.
who the fuck's this guy? Is he new?
Dad. I'm just gonna like power this up. Oh, fuck you. Ow.
Do you think that thing has blood?
Not
No, it did
anymore. Ow.
As Bonk, I simply want to say
Huh?
that this blood of these guys, the black blood, does not taste very good at all.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'll get you
And
some
yet-
juicy blood.
And yet, for you, Nerner, I will kill. I will kill so good. Nevertheless. Murder.
Uh-huh.
Murder always.
Just for me and not for any other reason.
I only want the blood. What are you fucking talking about? Oh, sorry. I only want the blood.
This whole time, Nerner was. Wait, no, Bonk was secretly just Brianna.
No. Don't be ridiculous. Don't be ridiculous.
The secret reveal at the end of Fable 3 was that Brianna was our
I'm
hammer the
trying
whole
to
time.
create as many like twists as I can, just to like, cause there's gotta be some twist at the fucking end of this game because people are always like, the ending
Yeah.
of this game is fucking weird. So there
Wait,
has to be
do
some
they
twist.
say
So I'm just
that?
trying to add. Yeah, people have said like, the ending of this game sure is something. Basically, it's like what people have said.
Oh boy.
They've kept it vague for us. We are on the end game. Yes, we commissioned an army so that no one would die. Also, hi, Fen.
Hi, Fen.
We have
Ow.
commissioned an army so that no one will die, and
The game didn't
now-
recognize that. It's like, oh, we've lost so many people, and it's like, no, we've literally saved.
no, we
everybody.
literally haven't because we signed the thing, so we did. But now we are fighting the darkness.
Yeah.
And
It's like,
yes,
come,
Bonk,
it's arrived.
Bonk may have been me the whole time. Unclear.
It's up to the reader, really. It's up to the audience. It was like a bad choice in the end for them to leave that unclear, but you know, sometimes you make character choices.
I don't know. Sometimes it's good to have things unclear.
Why is he unhearable? I need to turn. Oh, it's this guy again.
No one ever leaves the dark.
Wait. Oh no, I would not like. I simply want to turn the volume up. Okay, no, I don't.
Okay, but this screenshot is incredibly good.
He just wants a boyfriend. Oh no! This is how deep throating goes wrong.
Hey, Seda! Welcome to the ending of Fable 3.
I think we have to kill Walter.
I think
Wait,
we
can
have
we
to
just
kill
leave?
Walter.
Defeat
I
the
don't
possessed.
think we can.
I don't think we can either.
So we have to kill one of the gay boys.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the pie game. We got enough pies so that no one dies. But apparently people
can
still
just make
died. Kind of
so-
unclear.
Yeah.
And now, the big bad guy that our brother was doing fascism in order to defeat. He has now defrauded our father figure, and
That
that's
is
what you
exactly
missed
what has
on
happened.
Fable 3.
Oh boy.
We may end the game tonight.
Yeah, this might be
We don't
the
know how
last
much
session.
is left, but
It could be
It
like
does seem
30
like we're near the
minutes.
end.
It could be 4 hours.
Yeah, no clue.
Okay. I didn't really want to get close to him, so I just used my fire blades, which seemed extremely effective.
Yeah. Well, Rip Walter? Is he dead?
Yeah, I think we killed Walter. Oh, never mind. No, we
No,
definitely
he's dead.
killed Walter. He's super
Yeah, he's
dead.
fucking dead.
Okay, sorry, no.
Sorry.
We spoke?
You took away the darkness.
Claire, we've been speaking.
It's been
Oh,
inside
right.
me all this time.
Maybe it was inside you the whole time.
It's light now. I can see the sky.
Claire.
Sorry.
And it's light. I don't think I can fight anymore.
It's all over, Walter. We won. We beat it together.
Do you remember the stories I tell you when you were a child? There was a great king once. The mightiest hero of them all. Remember what you would say.
Don't deep throw the
Teach
villain.
To be a hero.
You've done
Right,
me.
that one too.
You've always done me proud.
I think I would have liked if they'd established that earlier.
Yeah, if we had seen that at all and there was any reference to it other than this very moment. Maybe they did. It has been a while since the start of the game.
It has. But is this it? Is the game over?
Maybe?
I'm like
Yes?
surprised.
Yeah?
It's over?
What? No. There has to be a you haven't actually defeated the darkness
I'm
moment.
a fan of looking tall and stony. I can imagine what he'd say.
He
if he
loved
was
to
here
be
now.
stoned.
Shut up, Ben.
Exactly.
It's
Okay.
time I return to my own castle. If ever you need to
You have a
save the
castle?
world from another abomination, you know where to find me.
Yeah, he's a
People
castle.
shall never forget what you have done for them. We are proud to be part of Albion.
You don't
I
have
shall
to.
return to
You
Aurora
could
in the
have your
knowledge
sovereignty
that
back.
you
Yeah.
have
Do you want your sovereignty back?
Do you yeah.
Your Majesty.
Walter was right about you. You're a hero in every sense of the word. The hero Albion needed.
What will you do now?
I will continue to serve you the best way I can. I belong down in the city. The people there will always need help. Goodbye, my queen.
Tell Queen, old chum, ruler supreme, pal, you did it. You saved the kingdom. And it's my turn to say goodbye. I'm not cut out to be a general. Now I think I'd like to start travelling again. Or maybe see if Paige needs any help down in industrial. But before I go, let's send off our friend in style, shall we? This one's for you, Walter.
Pew!
Fen with the funniest comment.
Yes.
This is the end of your
This is
fanfic.
the world as it could have been.
Mm-hmm.
Devoid of color, devoid of life. It is thanks to you that it isn't so, and you did it
Oh,
without
okay.
becoming a tyrant.
Yeah.
The people love you, and you have banished the shadow of your brothers.
And nobody died except our father. I mean Walter.
And his people, when it would have been easy to turn your back on them. A noble gesture. You swore an oath to Paige to better the lives of your people, and you did so even in the face of great danger. You did for the Aurorans what your brother would not. He broke his promise, but you proved to be the better leader. Without the strength to make those choices, we would not be standing here now. Perhaps we shall meet again one day, Queen.
Aren't you going to tell me my future?
What?
The
What?
future
Why do you think
What?
that?
and it is ready to do so.
What?
Aren't you going to tell me my future? I've never promised that. Please go away.
I
You
need to
just
go back into
assumed
the
that
void
for
now.
no reason. Yeah. There's no way. This is the end of the fucking game.
How did we get done by a game like this twice? How did we get?
What?
Oh my God!
God,
Peter
this is just-
Molyneux!
Oh my Christ. This is just worst foot forward. Is like, there's no way this is the end of the game. End of the game.
Okay, hang on. I was not prepared to do a Fable 3 post-mortem today, but I think we're doing our Fable 3 post-mortem today.
I guess so. Yeah.
I'm
guess so.
gonna start doing some Googling, and maybe let
Wow.
the people know.
The people?
Let Twitter, I'll post on Twitter that, hey, we finished the game.
Huh?
I love video games.
Video games are good.
This was not.
No,
but
it wasn't.
was also
Not even close.
a lot of fun, I think.
Mm-hmm. I love how we spent four sessions of like 3-hour sessions, about 12 hours preparing for this last session, and then we did it in about 30 minutes.
Yeah.
The payoff is not there.
If you want to know something funny, the first site I went to try and find some Fable trivia quizzes. The subcategories are Fable 1, Fable 2, and Fable the Lost Chapters.
Okay.
Which,
Is not this game.
not this game.
What are the lost chapters?
I believe they're either a DLC. I think there might be a sort of a DLC.
Okay.
I have to look it up.
Cool. Well, we should do something. We just be like, and that's it. It's 30 minutes. We're done. Bye. No.
No, I'm looking up to see.
Fully not
what...
prepared. Is there anything interesting about this game?
What do you mean?
Who was the revolutionary who, like, was trying to do something who got shot down clearly?
I have no idea, but I know it was Peter Molyneux who shot them down. I don't know that for sure.
You know this for sure.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Everybody keep an eye out for the audio mixing credits, because I need to find this person and I need to hunt them down. Is there a way to speed these credits up? I don't know if we need to watch credits. I realize that it's kind of giving you time to get things ready. Oh, wait, can I not skip the credits? You've done the... Okay, I've skipped the credits. You've done the impossible, saving your kingdom while suffering literally no losses. I guess Walter. So I guess so. While suffering virtually no losses, places you among the greatest leaders of all time. Your people love you and consider an honor to be the subjects of such a magnificent hero. Sick. Okay. Here we are.
Well,
what do we do now? Hey, what do we do now?
You know,
why is this
give me
glowing?
a sec.
Why is this
What?
glowing? This is glowing.
Visit your new home?
Visit your new home?
What's that mean?
Oh, hell yeah.
Mm.
Yes, I would like to travel there. The bit where y'all found a whole location on the map you've never been to. Oh yeah, did you wind up going there during the end game? Let's see. Did we? Because it was over here. No, we have not gone. We have not gone here yet. We could go over there.
I'm wondering if that was the wreckage.
I want to visit my new home. Yo, hey, it's our werewolf friends. Hi.
Hey, it's our werewolf friends. Hi, friends.
Bye. Oh boy. Oh boy. They were just waiting for me. Oh, there's so many things who want to kill me. There's so many things who want to kill me. I don't like this. Oh boy. Oh no. Oh no. I don't even know where I'm supposed to go. It's not this way, which is bad. It's terrible. Okay. Did everyone leave me alone? They did not. Everybody's being mean to me. Oh, good. They're fighting each other. This is perfect. I'll make my escape. Haha. This is my plan the whole time. Where is this thing leading me? What is this path tracking? Okay. All right. It was going around a tree. I don't know what it was doing. All right. Is this my home? This seems sad. Oh,
This
no.
does seem sad.
Ooh, I'm really glad that my neighbors are furries. Hi. Are you... I'm new to the neighborhood. Did you bring me anything? Oh, I'm not having guests over. Sorry. Yeah, sorry. That's okay, though. Well, then maybe tomorrow. Oh, hi. You brought your friends. Ow. Ow. This sucks. Oh, I'm so sorry. I've killed your child. Goodbye. I don't know where my house is. I don't know if it's this way. I'm hoping it is. Oh, boy. It seems to be, except there's still more people. Okay, is this my house? Please. Oh, they're so close to me at all times. Okay. Oh, hi. Oh, this is just the dweller camp. Darn it. If I go back there, do you think they're gonna be there? Wait, should we go visit our girlfriend?
We never got a. I guess we got a girlfriend, but we never got married.
Yeah, we never got married.
We got so focused on Revolution that we forgot.
It's true.
To get
We
married.
didn't eat. We didn't
even eat.
I know.
God, we fucked up.
We did fuck up. Okay, well, the post-mortem is, how do we find all of the food in the game and eat it? And, what was the other thing? All of the food, and then...
Get married?
Get married. This is the important thing. Okay, I don't know. I want to stand still, so it shows me my path. Okay, where do I go? This way. No. Is it this way?
I appreciate that you're lost because this is giving me a lot of time to find stuff.
Yeah, it's giving my enemies a lot of time, too.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really know what I did to offend them, but I think maybe they should leave me alone. I don't think I deserve this. Now I understand why this is my new home. Because I couldn't afford anything else because I spent all my money. This has to be my home, right? Hunter's Lodge?
Must be.
Right? Okay. Dog spot? Show me the dog spot.
God. I'm just looking at I'm just finding some
Wait, what game mechanics?
No, I'm not looking at game mechanics.
No,
I'm trying to
Fen.
find
Sorry, Fen says, I love how despite Claire's constant sidetracking, there's several game mechanics you've never engaged with. Which oh right, the food thing. Yeah, of course. Yeah, I don't think we've ever eaten a food. Is this our home?
We did not. We need to eat some food. We had a nice revolution. Now, bread.
Yeah. Okay. This is our home. Cool. Can I go in?
Renting out a house you own is a fantastic way to make money.
That's nice.
Real estate is always in demand.
It sure is. Oh, I found money in my place. I found a horse. And a doll. Wow. This is my place, right? I'm not robbing people. Oh. Oh no. Cash, where are you? Hi. Dog spot.
Dog spot.
This game has weird. Whoa!
Oh my god!
It's so big.
It's so big.
You know, when your dog leads you to a 40-foot painting. I guess that's not feet. For like a 12-foot painting that you just casually dig up from the ground.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, good boy. Very good boy. What would I do without you, Cash? I can redecorate the home?
Ah, yes.
What?
Now it's time to set out some of your furniture. Where would you like to start?
I have furniture? There's so many mechanics in this game we
There's
didn't do.
so much in this game that we did not do.
Would you like Jasper to decorate the whole house for you using furniture items in your inventory?
No.
Yes. It's the same. We don't have any furniture items.
I think it's just to probably put up the painting.
Oh, you're probably right. Okay.
So
no, I'm
in
good.
regards
Oh
to
boy. Oh boy. Okay.
some post-mortem content.
Uh-huh.
I found 2 quizzes. One is a general Fable quiz, and another is a Fable 3 specific quiz. And an article from Kotaku about what Peter Molyneux is up to these days after Fable 3.
Oh boy.
It's not good. It's in fact quite
I'm
bad.
shocked.
Yeah, this...
I
it
also thought it was
feels-
a flat screen. Thank you, Fen.
There's also a just truly wild rock paper shotgun interview with him from 2015 that like
What?
is unbelievable in the like utter abrasiveness of the interviewer. I'm not even listen.
Oh
He
boy.
seems like a real asshole, but the
Uh-huh.
interviewer also comes across as very intense, and not really. And yet, I kind of want to read it out because it's absurd to me.
Yeah, you should read it out.
I will, but maybe we go through the. We should go through the articles first. I'm just gonna send you some quizzes and these links to articles. I have not read over this entire article yet. Admittedly, any of these articles I haven't read over any of them, but I'm gonna link you some stuff that we can perhaps do once we,
Cool.
mess around and have what fun we want to have.
How do I eat things? Where do I go?
Give me a sec, I'll look it up.
If I were a food, where would I be?
You may have to go to like a food store or a
Yeah.
restaurant, probably more likely.
Right?
You'll
Well,
cook.
pub,
Pub,
right?
Pub's got food.
Pub's got food.
Pub's gotta have food, right?
Pubs have to have food. If they don't, I legally fine them because I'm the queen. Open up. It's the queen. I want food. Oh, hi. Yeah, hi. How you doing? Propose marriage.
Oh wow!
Should I do it?
I think it's time. I think
There's
she
so
was...
many people here. There's so many
Uh-huh.
people here. Oh my god, there's more people. Oh, there's still more people. Hi, everybody. I was planning a private proposal, but I guess since everybody is here,
All your friends.
all of them, they're all talking to me at once. This is what it's like when you're out on a date with your girlfriend and there's just like 5 men hitting on you.
And also you're the queen.
And also you're the queen. You can finally marry your girlfriend now that... Yeah, absolutely. Okay, I'm gonna propose marriage. Here we go. thumbs up. Finger gun. If someone ever proposes to me, I'm just gonna be like, thumbs up, finger guns. That's it. Oh, wow. Oh. Okay, well, I'm not choosing the one that's surrounded by werewolves.
Why not?
She deserves a better place than that.
Yeah, that's fair.
Can I just say the Bowerstone Castle? Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah,
Yeah,
I do.
absolutely I do.
Yeah, I do. Absolutely. Oh boy, we don't have enough money.
Do we? Oh God. Okay.
We don't have enough
Pies
money.
time. It's not that much. We can make that with pies easy.
That's true. We can make that in like a minute.
Yeah. Let's go have a royal wedding. You know what? Let's have some fun.
You're right. Ben, you're right. You're gonna make her move and leave her job. Now, does she...
Now consider.
Yeah.
What if she wants? Oh, true.
Is that us? Yeah, she'll be financially dependent on you.
But
I think
also,
that's true.
You know
Well,
what? That's going to be true no matter what, because we're the fucking queen of the country.
oh, well, okay. Wait, can I cancel? Did I just cancel the wedding?
Did you just cancel the wedding?
I might have just canceled the wedding.
I think you just canceled the wedding.
I'm sorry. Please leave me alone. I have to mourn. Wait, actually, I need to buy things. Can I buy things? Please? Pete? Pete? Please. I would simply like to buy food. How do I buy food? None of these things. I would like none of these things. Oh my god, please get out of my way. That's fine. I don't need your appreciation right now. Bye. So the ideal setup, right? So I'm gonna get some money. I'm gonna see if I can propose marriage again. The ideal thing is like buying a house here and then having the marriage at the castle, right? Because then she doesn't have to move, but she still gets to like have a really extravagant wedding.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Wait, how much do houses here cost? What are we gonna buy her? Bluff Cottage. This is one pine's worth.
That's one pie. That's nothing. We became so good at pies that money is not even a cost. It's like we're a queen, except we're actually like doing labor. That's so funny.
Oh my god. Do not comb. Is there any houses that aren't already inhabited? Oh, this one's big. Misnomer House. Oh, it's vacant. Perfect. I'll set her up here. It's like a nice little 10-minute stroll from work. You can be in the...
Fenrir, it's not that the
it's
housing
not for
market...
sale.
Oh, is it not for sale? We need one that's for sale.
Is this for sale?
It's not that the housing market is in shambles. It's that the pie market is just unbelievable.
Our pie market explicitly.
Uh-huh.
I don't want to make anyone move, but everyone lives in a place.
This is the trouble of
This is the housing economy.
I think the only like empty houses are in the industrial place.
Yeah. Okay, well, I'm gonna buy the Fluff Cottage from Phil the house husband.
Yeah, he'll be fine somewhere.
He'll be fine. I'll buy a house for Phil the house husband.
From Phil the house. Oh, you're gonna buy one for him?
Well, if we're gonna like, move him out.
So you're just gonna buy people houses until
yeah.
everyone has a house.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Great. Genius. And you
This
know what? It
is-
makes sense. That's housing. That's what they should do.
Yeah, this is the housing. This
Uh.
is what the housing economy has come to. Oh, right. Our pies aren't worth 3,000 until I get to 10. That's why. I was like really confused. I was like, that's one pie, but I have to actually get to 10 pies before it's worth one pie.
Yeah.
So it's
Despite making
actually-
hundreds of pies, saturating the market, the pies are still worth a ton of money.
Yeah.
That's true. And I don't know how that's happened, but that's economy.
It's not about supply and demand. It's about give me money.
Mm-hmm. God.
So how much did we need? We needed like 20,000 for the wedding, and then we needed
about 4,000 for the house.
Okay, so we're like almost there. We're like a
We
third of
may
the way
be there by
already.
the time we need to take our first break.
Perfect. I think we're gonna be there in like a minute. Simply get
Fenrir,
really
I
good
realized
at.
too late that maybe she could just keep her current apartment that is probably at the pub.
Oh,
Yes.
Fuck.
But we could just buy her a house also.
We could buy the pub.
Buy the pub!
Wait, no, that seems bad because then we own her place of employment.
Yeah, that makes her more dependent on us.
Yeah, we can be like, don't leave us, or else.
I love
Or
that our
else we'll
commitment to
fire you.
being a morally good character has created just the most absurd level of like, we have to figure out who the fuck, like, all the little intricacies of how do you date someone when you're the queen. The answer, of course, is that you don't. There's no ethical way to do it because queens are not ethical. But in the world of Fable
don't be
3,
the queen.
yeah, in the world of Fable 3, I think we should just keep going for a bit just in case we need some like walking around money.
Some
Maybe we
extra
wanna buy some
cash.
furniture.
Yeah, I'm gonna go
Yeah.
until I basically fuck up the pie, which
I think, yeah.
I've gotten pretty good at this, so that might be a minute.
Either that or when the break comes.
Yeah. How much time we got?
7 minutes.
Oh, that's more than enough for me to fuck up and also to make enough money to have walking money.
Yeah, totally.
Maybe I get really good though and I never fuck up again though.
Well, you are talking, so that
Yeah.
does tend to affect your performance, I hate to say.
Wow, talking about my performance live?
Yeah, we're now doing I'm now doing a performance review.
Oh no.
Yeah, this is actually a business now.
It's come so early.
Yeah, well, it's actually a business now, so.
It turns out that Bonk was secretly both Brianna and my boss.
I mean, what is your hammer if not your boss? When you do violence, you know?
I do boss people around with it.
Uh-huh. Yeah, you sure do become the boss with Bonk.
We've got so much money. We've got so much more money than we need. Pies are too good.
It's fine, we can still find ways to spend that money. I guarantee.
Oh, 100%.
The true way to play this game is to make so much money selling pies that you single-handedly, like, bring up the entire economy of the entire nation to make the people as prosperous as possible to the point that money is meaningless. And what you've just done is sold enough pies to rich people that you've actually just redistributed the wealth. And you didn't even let them know you were doing it because they were like, well, I gotta have a queen's pie.
That's true. That's true. I'm selling all these pies to the rich people.
Yeah.
Also bonk, but pronounced with the vowel from boss, which is just bonk.
Boss?
Bonk.
Boss? Bonk?
It's the
Bonks?
same.
Yeah, no, you're right. It is the same, but also bonks.
Yes. If you put it the other way, where it's Bonsk, that's a Star Wars character. It's a different. Okay, wait. What's the pitch? What's the boss pitch?
It's a different pitch. Boss. Boss.
Boss. Bonk. Yeah, that. I've gotten too good at pie making, Brianna. We have so much money.
Mm-hmm.
Bonk is a little lower. Bonk. Boss. Boss. Bonk. Bonk.
There's a really good. Hang on, there's another article I need to link.
Okay.
It's an analysis on the role of narrative in Fable 3
Oh my god. Oh
and
my
how it
god.
sucks. Let's fucking go.
Oh god. I want to read at least one of these. You've been reading for like... Alright, I fucked up.
I haven't been reading, I've been looking. I've been trying to find the best stuff for us.
Oh, I mean for the past like 12 hours of gameplay.
True. Good point. Yeah.
You've
Yeah.
been
Oh, that's what
reading.
you mean. Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can read some
So-
of this stuff out. Let's
so
let's go to
let's take
break,
a
and then
break.
you and I will discuss. Maybe take a little bit of a longer break than usual. We'll discuss
Yeah.
what we want to do for our, post-mortem, and then when we come back from the break, we will start on, I guess, our ending of Fable 3.
Yeah, sounds good. Alright, we'll be right back. Maybe like 5-7 minutes. We'll be back soon.
Okay, back in a sec.
Here we are. Here we are. That's the post-mortem. We're doing it.
Welcome.
Analysis. The role of narrative in Fable 3. Oh, also I have to screen share with you, Brianna. Otherwise, this will be less fun for you.
So what we've decided to do for our Fable 3 postmortem is a little different than what we did for the Mass Effect postmortem. Mass Effect was such a it's such a thing that people know trivia about, that trivia really made sense for us to do. We might still do some tonight, but in the
We'll
interest
see.
of what Fable 3 is, which is
Hot garbage.
hot garbage, but also
Oh. Brianna died. Did Brianna die for everyone else?
and given that he is a complicated game designer. What?
Yes, you died for a second for all of us. You cut out.
Oh, okay. I was saying because Peter Molyneux this is one of the last games that Peter Molyneux worked on, so far at least. Doesn't look like his other projects have come out.
I can see why.
Let me take a little bit of a look at sort of what happened here and what has happened since. And then maybe we'll do some trivia. We'll see. Maybe we'll end early. A little bit of a short post-mortem for a game that I think, in the end, even with the pie sections, I think we still ended up with a much shorter game than our Mass Effect experience.
Oh yeah. This is episode 11. This right here is episode 11. I think Mass Effect was 14 or 15 episodes.
And we didn't even do any pie grinding in that game, just mystery.
Right. 4 of the episodes we did were pie grinding. Actually, maybe just 3. So it's like 7 sessions. It's a short game. Then again, that's about 21 hours of gameplay, which is like a long game, but not a long game by AAA standards now, which the Sonic meme of shorter games, worse graphics, etc., etc.
But not necessarily this. This is not. We're not saying bring back Fable 3.
No. Weirdly enough, I don't actually want more
Claire's
Fable 3.
no, actually, I'm leaning in. Claire is now saying bring back Fable 3. More games like Fable 3. She loves the morality system of Fable 3.
I hate games like Celeste, and I love games like Fable 3.
We're always saying this. We're always saying this.
So I think the first one we're gonna start with is are you good if I read this one? You've done
Go for it. Have a great
so much
time
reading. Thank you. Put your voice to rest for this time at least. And let's get into analysis. The role of narrative.
First, before we do this, hang on.
What's up?
Just first, I just want to give a disclaimer. We have not read through any of these articles.
Oh yeah, we truly this is we don't know what we're about to get into. This is a really good thing to point out. We did you're coming along with us on this journey, much like the conquest of bread. So here we go.
Hmm.
Analysis. The role of narrative in Fable 3. Emily Short picks apart the storytelling and narrative in Lionhead's Fable 3, finding that despite a worthy subject matter, its, quote, shallow moral binaries make it a party to the political discourse problem, unquote. In the early hours of Fable 3, I was delighted to discover that the malicious Reaver was still around, or I need to use my cursor, was still around in Fable 2, from Fable 2, and not just because I adore Stephen. It was Stephen Fry? What? Not just because I
It was
adore
Stephen
Stephen.
fucking
It was
Fry.
Stephen
Jesus.
Fry. Not just because I adore Stephen Fry's voice acting. It was mostly because his sinister presence added weight to the ending of the previous story. My need to compromise with an obviously evil ally had lasting repercussions for Albion. Alas, most of the rest of Fable 3 moral experience wasn't nearly so satisfying. I was most looking forward to and most disappointed by post kingship or the post kingship portion of the game, in which the player's options are reduced to binary choices in civic planning. And it turns out that being nice to people all the time, or in the game's terminology, quote, good, will leave Albion without the money necessary to defend it from evil. There are all sorts of problems with this portion, both thematically and from the perspective of gameplay. Lionhead does have a theme in mind. Things get harder and less clear cut when we come to power. Promises cost more to fulfill than we expected. People we regard as friends make unreasonable demands. I don't think anyone made an unreasonable demand. Did anybody make an unreasonable demand?
I don't think so.
I don't think so. There aren't enough resources to go around. We have to choose whom to favor and whom to annoy. The stakes are higher than we knew. It's a valid point, unconvincingly made. Gameplay problems. Part of the problem is structural. The binary choices set before us are unnecessarily extreme. They represent dilemmas we have no way to anticipate, and they're often flavored to suggest that other answers would be possible if only our main proponent of the fiscal conservatism weren't a working shot, child oppressing monster with an acknowledged taste for arena sports. If we're supposed to believe that the issues we're encountering are a result of fundamental, unavoidable problems in the infrastructure of Albion, this part of the game needs to allow us to engage with the system more fully. It needs to be less like a choose your own adventure novel and more like Sim Albion. As leader, I should have the freedom to experiment with a variety of tactics, not to choose between options chosen for me by advisors. I should see problems coming and be able to work to avoid them, and then perhaps to fail. I should still have my old friends and advisors pressuring me. That's a good way to give a personal face to particular agendas, but the means and tactics should be mine to explore. Let me really see these hard choices arising organically from the nature of Albanese economy, and then I'll believe in them. Even a simplified, accessible resource management game, like a more economically focused version of Electrocity. I don't know what this game is. I'm
Electricity?
not. Oh, that makes sense. That makes sense. Electricity. It's not Electrocity. Um, like like a economical focus version of Electricity would be more procedurally compelling than this parade of cutscenes. Of course, to a very small extent, we are allowed to manage resources during this period. Our own personal fortune of real estate is our own to manipulate, and we can donate our profits to the state. But Lionhead cheats here by playing games with the calendar. Though we have 365 days available for investment and development at the beginning, time jumps ahead unpredictably during the quote reign. When I get to the big confrontation, I had a huge amount of money of my own still invested in housing and shops. I had been saving it to liquidate sometime closer to the deadline, The quote, bad news, unquote, is that I'd failed to save adequately for the apocalypse. Should have made more pies. Didn't feel like something I was responsible for. What I had been able to do with resource management was ignored, and many of my other important choices were based on dichotomies I didn't believe in. On the other hand, the death of my citizens didn't even feel real to me either. Given that I was presented with an endgame in which most of my friends survived and the city looked intact, I'm told that if I'd gone back to explore the open world of Albion after the credits rolled, I would have found it underpopulated, but the impact of that outcome was largely missing from the ending of the story. For me, add that add that my gripe about the first part of the game, that I as a player couldn't actually control which favors my character promised to do later, and you've removed any sense of player complicity or responsibility in what happened. So overall, the moral point here is lost almost completely. I'm sorry, I got distracted by your comment to shout out me because I saw my name. I don't feel the weight of consequences for failing to save up as much as I needed, but that's okay because the game didn't play fair with me about the process of saving up either. The whole business was contrived and unpersuasive. Here's the thing about procedural rhetoric. It doesn't work if you don't include the procedures. Lionhead didn't give us a world with self-consistent rules and let us work out for ourselves that we'd have to compromise between what we want and what we don't want. It tried to program to the conclusion instead of the argument. Thematic programs. Problems, not thematic programs. I'll take a break here since we've finished gameplay. Catching up with chat. Yes. Electric Atrocity. I don't even know this game, but thank you, Fen. That's how I feel reading it. Shout out to me for reading a block of text with no line breaks due to article from 2010 getting broken. Yeah.
It
I
clearly
see.
has headings, but they're just in the block of text.
Yeah,
which I
I'm
assume means
realizing that.
the site was broken.
Mm-hmm.
Which is the sort of thing that happens with, you know, I'm sure our site is broken right now.
Yeah, we should have done more calling.
Something that's interesting here is I do think there is a potential interesting space for I tried to save up all of this money and it didn't work.
Right.
And I lost
But
all of these people.
There's a very obvious thing you can do, which is just be like, no, I'm not ready, which is what we did.
But, and also, well, here's the thing. I think if you're doing the landlord method, that doesn't work.
Oh, it super
Remember, her
doesn't.
stuff was invested in, which again, so funny if that was the thing. If like, I'm gonna landlord my way into saving everyone, and then it just doesn't work because, you know, sell their houses to who, Ben? But like, the fact that you can just kind of completely go around that just by like making pie. Again, there is something very Kropotkin about it, but it
but
also I think goes
against
it's accidental and it goes completely against the idea of the game. Like I fully imagine them sitting down and being like, but couldn't someone just make like pies or play the lute or something like that to make enough money to do it? And like Peter Molyneux being like, well, there's nothing we can do about that. We have to do the thing that's in Fable. So fuck you.
Also, we have to do 3 of the same minigame.
Right. We have to do 3 of the same minigame. Which I suspect is just the time, you know? But like...
Yeah. But like...
Yeah.
It could have at least used different buttons. Maybe you want to use like the 2 triggers and you go back and forth and it's like, I don't know, like an infinite runner where you're going back and forth and that's the, I don't know, the loot, the anvil. I don't know what that would be. Maybe that's the pie game in the modern version. Want to move on to thematic problems or?
Yes, I've read ahead a little bit. This seems fun.
Okay, all right. Thematic problems. My other objection is more fundamental and has to do with the terminology throughout the Fable series. The moral conundrum is how to rule. What are our priorities? How can we reach them? Whose suffering do we have to allow for the good of all? Exposes the foolishness of having such a simplistic good or evil rating on everything the player does. I've expected the good and evil score to go away at that point, as though in acknowledgement that reality isn't so simple, or perhaps a change into something else. Good swapped for a popularity meter, say, because most of the choices the game tags as good are things that would earn at least temporary appreciation from the masses. Except the cops. I don't know why the cops thing was good. Actually, no, wait. That's correct. The masses would like it temporarily, and then they would realize what has just happened. Evil changed into some kind of counter of how many people their policy have hurt. By continuing to tag expensive but sympathetic programs as good, and the ones that offer long-term survival as evil, Fable 3 proposes a moral universe in which virtue and necessity are sometimes explicitly opposed. This is an interesting philosophical position, but the presentation is muddled. It's not clear to me that this is exactly what they meant to say. Good and evil, not so easy to score. Oh wait, that's the title. I thought that was just underlined and bolded. Part of the muddle comes from the fact that the Fable series defines, quote, good in a very low context way. It conflates good with being nice, showing mercy, not hurting anyone, or in some cases, not hurting people's feelings.
God.
Sorry. Fable 3 just respects the snowflakes is my take. It doesn't. There are exceptions. You're allowed to kill people as long as those people are pre-labeled as evil. Like the fucking people we killed stealing their shit. Anyways, or support someone who is. Banded henchmen, soldiers dutifully surviving a king you oppose. People like that. It's good to obey the law, most of the time, and respect people's property. Except for those occasions when it's good to defy the law and attack the palace. Well, okay. I feel like this is where...
No, but this is the point. This is the point, though.
Yeah.
No, but this makes total sense. We attacked the palace.
Yes,
and that's good at the time, and then now we're upholding the law.
And
now that's also good.
I'm in favor of attacking the palace. I'm not so in favor of, like, seeing our characters morally pure.
That's fair. I'm just saying this person has a point. Like,
yeah.
It's good to obey the law most of the time and respect people's property, except for those occasions where it's good to defy the law and attack the palace.
But this person is saying that's bad. That doesn't make sense.
I mean, it does not make sense. It's
mean,
good to like. I think about this in terms of like situations in which it's like, yeah, but you shouldn't break the law, but also the American Revolution was good, you know. Like protest is fine, but you shouldn't break the law.
Right.
You know, like there is an inherent, not that in all situations it's right to break the law, but like in some situations it's still right to break the law, you know?
Yeah.
Even after the revolution.
Brianna's running for president. Naturally, however, because the implication is all about tagging some acts as good and some evil, and recognizing and scoring those acts in the moment when they happen, there's no procedural way for actions to be judged in terms of any but the most basic and prescriptive ethical system. Fable 3's system can't judge intentionality. Did you mean to kill that guy, or did your finger slip? Outcome: did you do a good thing that was fabulously ill-considered and had bad effects in the long run? Or motive: did you steal this bread because you wanted to give it to a starving orphan later? We made the bread. We made the bread. Some moral
reference.
Yeah, fair. I don't know what French people are. Some moral systems also consider values such as integrity, loyalty, or adherence to abstract principles, but those don't have space to appear here either. And neither is politics. Fable 3's argument is not just moral, it's also political. It's inherently good to make schools for orphans. It's inherently evil to raise taxes or reduce entitlement spending. Good to treat sewage, bad to ravage wetlands. Good to preserve a sparkly lake, bad to drain it and mine underneath. In other words, Fable 3 presents a hollowed out caricature version of progressive and conservative politics. The progressive agenda is virtuous but naive. The conservative one is vicious but sometimes necessary. See, I agree with this critique, but the conservative one is vicious and also not necessary.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah. Building up a wicked defense budget is a necessary thing to do. Capitalists are grotesquely self-serving and capable of philanthropy. True.
Yes.
I don't think this person is agreeing with that, but so true. The criminals and the victims in poor neighborhoods are completely distinct sets of people. I don't mind seeing a game brave enough to try to take on serious topics. I do find this approach frustrating because it serves a harmful oversimplification of political issues. I think this is the next. I think we're going to read this.
No,
later.
this is a review. This is a different thing.
Oh, this is the review. Kotaku's review rightly points out that most politicians basically believe they are working towards the common good, even if they have different ideas about what that good looks like. Not infrequently, they even have roughly similar goals, but disagree on how to get there. That's especially true with the recent economic crisis. What year was this published in?
2010. So
Okay,
referring
good
to
to
the
know.
2008 recession.
Right. Everyone wants the economy to be healthy, unemployment to go down, the poor to live better, and so on. The disagreement is how to get there. But it's a lot easier to run a campaign about how your opponent wants to bankrupt your grandchildren or how he doesn't care about low income pensioners than it is to present a pithy argument for or against Keynesian macroeconomics. Keynesian macroeconomics. In fact, a game would be one of the few effective ways to communicate some of those arguments to a broader audience. But again, it would need to convince through persuasive rules, not through obviously contrived scenarios where the only two options are housing the homeless or building a brothel. Was that an option? Oh yeah, that was literally an option. I think that was an option.
Oh, it may have been.
For Fable 3 explicitly to take up questions about entitlement spending, taxation, resource management, and the long-term financial health of its fantasy nation, and then treat those questions in terms of shallow moral binaries, makes it a party to the political discourse problem. I have a feeling that maybe this person is a centrist.
I think so too.
I welcome Fable 3's attempt to mean something. Next stop, a better thought out point, supported by a more effective procedural argument. Disclosure, I played a copy of this work that I purchased at full price. I have had no commercial affiliations with the publisher at the time of writing. Emily Short is an interactive fiction author and part of the game behind Inform 7. For the actual creation, okay, that's it.
2010 was a bleak time for political discourse and also for game game journalism, like having to say at the bottom, I paid full price for this game, blah blah blah. It's really weird. Movie reviewers don't have to say I paid full price to see this movie.
Yeah.
Fenrir, me having a real hard time believing most politicians are aiming for greater good. I agree with you. I think this is a short-sighted thing, but I also think that some of the things that she's getting at here about some of the issues with it, I think that there's true things. I think that obviously it's coming at it from a centrist perspective, but also if you're looking at it,
this is an American. Like I have to assume just because, given I don't know, contextually, I'm assuming this person is American. And who was running in 2010? It was Barack Obama and the other dude. I don't remember his name.
John McCain ran.
Thank you, John. Yeah, they have very similar policies. Like legit, this was the thing. Is
But this is right.
they were very similar. And so like so you
I
were
was
gonna
gonna
say
say,
something.
to be clear, as
Right.
much as this is like, you know, they did not in fact have the greater good at heart, and I think we all know that now.
Yeah. But
This
where
is a
was this in
very
2010?
2010 analysis
Yeah.
of that current political moment. I think, I
Yeah.
mean, in fairness, I wasn't in middle school, but if you had come to me in 2010, I was in high school by that point. If you come to me in 2010, I probably would have given you a fairly similar analysis.
Yeah. I mean, I was 15 at that point. I probably would have
Yeah.
given you yeah, probably was I don't think I would have given you an analysis. I didn't give a fuck about media analysis.
I see. I always have. I just used to
Oh.
have a more centrist view. I was never a conservative, but you know.
Okay. All right.
Um,
Where's Dark Timeline Brianna? Or the
Dark Timeline
conservative?
Brianna is bad. Dark Timeline Brianna is like so bad. It's not good. It's not good.
All right. Are
We've
we
talked
ready to
about
go
this.
to
We've talked
Peter
about Dark Timeline
Molyneux?
Brianna and Claire. Yeah. Can I intro this one and then you
Do
can
you
read
want to
it
go
if you
back
want?
and forth? Like, because this is two people, right? Do you
You know what? Yeah, let's do that. Let's do.
Do you want to be the interviewer or do you want to be Peter Molyneux? Molyneux.
Molyneux. Which one are you excited to be? The aggressive interviewer or the like conservative kind of asshole?
Oh, I'm good with whatever. I'm good with whatever. Yeah, I'm good with whatever.
Okay. I would like to be the aggressive interviewer.
Okay, I'm Peter Molyneux.
Okay.
I don't know. How do you say his name? Because now I can only say
Molyneux.
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 Okay, it is Molyneux. I keep saying Molyneux.
Yeah, no, it's Molyneux.
Peter Molyneux interview. I haven't got a reputation in this industry anymore. Okay, so I'll read the intro. When Peter Molyneux agreed to speak to me, I knew the interview was going to be tense. I knew that an article we'd posted on Monday asked what was going on with the development of Godus had kicked up an enormous storm of 22 cans and its boss. You know when an article is old and you have no idea what the references
So
are?
what this is referencing, Godus is a game that Peter Molyneux was working on. I don't know if it ever came out. 22
Okay.
Cans is the studio that he helped found after he left Lionhead because he didn't want to work with Microsoft anymore after Fable 3.
Right. With the rest of the gaming press picking up and running with it. So I assumed when he agreed to chat, he knew that I wasn't gonna be a smooth ride. I wanted to get what a framing. I wanted to get to the root.
He knew that it wasn't going to be a smooth ride.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Claire. Oh, I don't know. Maybe that is the vibe of this article. I haven't read it yet.
I wanted to get to the root of so much that now seems to form the reputation of the developer. The outlandish promises that so often aren't kept, that the ridiculous timeframes claimed, and the often disappointing or lackluster results. I especially wanted to do this now that the people funding such things aren't deep-pocketed publishers, but the players themselves. I wasn't expecting it to take us in the direction of Molyneux's declaring that I was, quote, driving him out of the games industry. We spoke on the phone on Wednesday evening. Molyneux speaking from the Guildford offices of the studio of his studio 22 Cans, sounding stressed but composed. Molyneux asked how I'd like to begin, whether I had questions or should I just let him talk. I told him I had questions, many questions. And so we began.
Do you think that you're a pathological liar?
That's a very...
I know it's a harsh question, but it seems an important question to ask because there do seem to be lots and lots of lies piling up.
I'm not aware of a single lie, actually. I'm aware of me saying things, and because of circumstances often outside of our control, these things don't come to pass, but I don't think that's called lying, is it? I don't think I've ever knowingly lied at all. And if you want to call me on one, I'll talk about it for sure.
During the Kickstarter for Godus, you stated regarding that you don't want to use a publisher, stating, quote, "It'll just be you and our unbridled dedication, no publishers." And 5 months later, you signed with a publisher.
Absolutely. And at that time, I wish we had raised enough money to not need a publisher.
But you got more than you asked.
We could have gone and we were asked by publishers to publish the Steam version, but we turned that down. The economics of doing Godus, unfortunately, Kickstarter didn't raise enough money. Now the trouble is with Kickstarter. You don't really fully know how much money you need, and I think most people who do Kickstarter would agree with me here. You have an idea. You think you need this much, but as most people will say with Kickstarter, if you ask for too much money up front, because of the rules of Kickstarter, it's very, very hard to ask for the complete development budget. I think Double Fine have gone back and asked for more money because development is a it's a very confusing and bewildering time, and it's very hard to predict what will happen.
Yes, but you know that. You've been working in the industry for over 30 years. You know how much money it costs to make a game, and you put a specific amount.
No, I don't. I disagree, John. I have no idea how much money it costs to make a game, and anyone that tells you how much it's going to cost to make a game, which is completely a new experience, is a fool or a genius.
But you have enough experience to know the basics of budgeting a video game. You've been doing it for 30 years.
No, I disagree. See, this is where you're wrong. I think even Hollywood struggles. Lots of films go over budget. I'll give you an example. I had some repair works done to my house. They went over budget by 50%. I said exactly the same thing. Anything that involves creativity, you may think it should be a defined process, but it's not. And the reason that it's not a defined process is that people who work on it aren't robots, and you can't predict whether someone is going to be brilliant and give them a piece of code to do and they do it in a day, or whether they're going to take a month to do it. And that's the problem with creativity. Being creative is a very, very unpredictable force, and you try your best. You try your best to predict these things, but very often you can be wrong. And I have been wrong. Every single project I have ever done. And people know this. Every single project I have ever done, I have been wrong about the times. And I've been very honest about that. And the only time I have absolutely stuck to my dates was on Fable 3. I shouldn't have done that. I should have gone back and asked for more time.
I understand budgets can go.
I'm running a business, and God, I wish that God that I could predict. I wish to God that I could predict the time. And I assure you, every single person has worked their ass off to try to make this game as quickly and as effectively as they possibly can. And everybody here is incredibly dedicated and still is. I mean, the Godus team were here at 8:30 last night. We try as hard as we can to get things right the first time, to get a feature right the first time. We try to implement things that are going to be effective. But when you're creating something new, it's almost impossible, John. Here's the thing. This is what I truly believe. Making a computer game that's entertaining and that's incredible and that's amazing is almost impossible. It's almost impossible to do.
I recognize that things go over budget. Obviously, they do. What you said at the start was that you didn't make enough money from the Kickstarter. You set an amount you want to make. You made about 100K more than that. You took over £500,000 of people's money, knowing it wasn't going to be enough to make the game.
Well, I think if you talk to anyone, and this is the advice I have given to people about Kickstarter, is to not ask for too much. You cannot, unfortunately, ask for the actual amount you need because you don't really know. This is how I based my assumption of what money we needed. We had started implementing Godus. We were working on a prototype that was really going well. I thought, oh, this looks pretty good. I asked everybody here, how long do you think we'll need to develop the game in full? We all agreed that 9 months was about the right amount of time to complete the game. We did the due diligence on it. We asked ourselves if there were any technical questions, and it all seemed to make sense. This wasn't me just plucking a date out of the air. The reality came along when we chose our middleware. We had problems with the middleware. When we started implementing some of the features that were on paper, they just didn't work. Now, I wish that every single idea you ever had when you're developing a game works first time, but they don't. When we first released Godus in May, to some of the pledgers, we had taken an approach, this thing called the timeline, and it just didn't work. People were just not motivated by it. We went back to the drawing board on that. What I'm trying to say, without going through every bad story about development, when you're creating something new, it's like walking through a foggy forest. You're never sure if you're taking the wrong route or the right route. You can call me John. Oh, you've got 30 years. Surely you know what to do. But I would say that anybody who is creating something new and original and different, which Godus is, it's almost impossible to ask for the right time. And in the end, the amount of money that we have spent on making Godus is far, far exceeded what we got on Kickstarter. Far, far exceeded. Because you gotta remember on Kickstarter, although we got £100,000 more than what we asked for, after Kickstarter take their cut, after paying VAT, you have to pay off after completing all the pledges. It's far less than that. You do the math. It's that simple. You can do the math. We had 22 people here. If you take the average salary for everyone in the industry, which must be about £30,000, that's 22 people, multiplied by £30,000 divided by 12. You work out how many months Kickstarter money gives us. We saw this coming in around about March, end of March time. We knew by the time that the game was not going as it should have gone. I should have gone back to my pledges and asked for more money, but instead, I went to a publisher and just signed up the mobile rights, not the Steam rights, even though that would have made our life a lot easier to sign the Steam rights. And we did have companies after us for the PC and the console rights. We ring fenced that and just did the mobile version, and there were other reasons. But the money they gave us up front far exceeded the money that we got off Kickstarter. And that was the business decision that you have to take, because you have to make these sacrifices both personally and professionally for the sake of making a great game.
I'm gonna pause for a sec.
Yeah.
This article is extremely long.
Is it?
And
Wait.
very technical. Scroll down. Just scroll down.
Wow.
How long this conversation is.
Wow, this is a
It's
very
the whole
long
page.
conversation. This is a very long conversation.
I am desperate to go closer to like where how it gets like I'm so curious about like how it gets to the point of like intensity of like you've pushed me out of like games. I'm just gonna like,
do you just want to like skip ahead?
I may just want to skip ahead just because it's truly wild.
I just gotta say, voice acting a CEO game industry dude is what I was born to do.
Oh God. Oh my God. I'm trying to find where this starts because it gets wild.
Ben says, truly, Claire, you're making him sound too raceable. Look, I'm just channeling John Riccatello, the CEO of Unity. I'll level with you. Sorry, go. That's just, what were you gonna say?
I think I want to start from where Peter Molyneux says, "Let's carry on going. Let's make me more depressed."
Oh my God. All right, let's carry on going. All right. So do you want me to start with that?
Yeah.
Let's carry on going. Let's make me more depressed.
Do the student forums exist?
The student forums we set up. We went up to Teesside University. I did a talk, and then the volume of traffic on those student forums got so low because they were all going to the main forums, we stopped it. If there's enough interest in the student forums, we'll start it up again.
Did you provide anyone with support and advice on those forums? The pledge said that you provide people with feedback on their games and advice for students.
Yes, we did 12 one-hour sessions where we went through people's games. I've actually got their art on the wall here, and we went through people's games. We went through their designs. Conrad was actually one of those people. Yesterday, in fact, I went to school, a local school, and was helping kids out with their games designs. So yes.
That's great. That's brilliant.
What are you doing at the moment, John? You're trying to find any crack you can to actually destroy us. That's what this article is going to do, isn't it?
I think I found enough cracks already. I think what I've done there is fill in one. That's brilliant news. I'm really glad that that existed and that you did it, and that's good.
Well, what cracks have you found?
I think with the whole conversation.
No. I've admitted that I got dates wrong. I always have got dates wrong. So that's not much of a crack. We've had the student forums, and we started them and closed them down because people weren't using them. I'm absolutely happy to start them up again. I've admitted to my mistake on Brian. The making of book we are going to do now, but really it should be done at the end. So where's your big Watergate?
I don't think there's a Watergate. You've got this bizarre agenda for me that I don't have. If I have any agenda, if I have any goal to come out of this, it would be for you to commit to not continue the cycle of making promises that you can't keep.
Yeah, I'm totally committed. You are one of the people that will drive me out of any press interviews at all. And I've done any press interviews
Apart from the one to Eurogamer on Monday.
about HoloLens. You're not going to have me.
You spoke to Eurogamer and GameSpot on Monday, so that was a couple of interviews.
It wasn't Monday. It was Eurogamer and GameSpot because of the article you put forward.
That was Monday, yes.
Was it Monday?
Yes. So there was press interviews that you recently did. Did you say that you don't do them anymore? You quite readily do them.
This is not me doing press. This is me reacting to the press. I'm not going to generate any press articles. You go back and have a look. I used to phone up press, and I used to invite press into the studio. We don't do that anymore.
Do you not?
Because people like yourself have said, don't overpromise. Okay, I won't overpromise because I won't talk. When was the last time that you saw an article about a game that we're doing?
I saw you made an announcement about the trail at an event in November.
Yes, and I made an announcement about the trail, and I said nothing about it.
Well, you kind of talked ambiguously about social media and
I didn't give dates about it or anything. I now want to step away from the press because, it seems to be the only solution to the problem that you're putting forward. You said categorically, I want you to stop overpromising. I want you to be like a PR person is. And my answer to that is, okay, John, fine. I won't talk about my development process. I won't talk about my games. That's what I'm going to do. There you go. You got what you wanted.
But do you not see that there's a massive gap between not overpromising and taking your ball and going home. There's a huge gap between the two, which would be talking more sensibly and calmly about these things.
Oh, so you want me to talk calmly? You don't want me to...
I don't want you to hype up people so they spend money on products and are excited to get things they don't get.
And that's exactly what I haven't done for the last 12 months.
It's important to note that Molyneux has done plenty of interviews promoting Godus over the last 12 months. Okay, but you haven't had a game to do that with.
I've spoken to people about HoloLens, and when people have spoken me up, I haven't tried to sell you Godus.
I don't blame you given the state it's been in, but that's the point. You haven't had anything to sell for 12 months. Of course you haven't.
I did exactly that. If you go back and you have a look at what I did in Fable 1 and Fable 2 when the dates were moved, I then hyped all the press up. So I'm not doing that anymore.
No, and everyone...
You've got what you want, haven't you, John? You just don't want me around.
Listen, that's a ridiculous thing to say. I'm saying that of course you haven't done any promotional press in the last 12 months. You haven't had anything to promote for 12 months.
Yes, I have. Of course I have.
What?
There have been 207 releases on Steam.
And the reviews of those releases...
There's been the iOS version and the Android version. I could have hyped those. There's been the total change around of the timeline in the game. I could have hyped those. I would have hyped those in the old days. Jesus Christ. I kept the development of Black and White going in the press for 4 Years.
And especially with Black and White 2, people were disappointed when they spent money on the game based on the things you'd promised.
Wait, this dude was in charge of Pokemon?
No, different game.
Okay. Oh my god. You really have got it in. You really don't like the stuff that I've done.
No, I love some of your games. Absolutely adore some of your games.
Really? And which ones were those?
Yes, Populous was wonderful. Dungeon Keeper, Syndicate, wonderful, wonderful entire industry. Changing games for which I have massive respect and admiration.
Right. They were all late.
I'm not complaining.
The Dungeon Keeper, do you know what I had to do? Maybe this will give you an insight. Even though I was working at Electronic Arts, I paid to finish Dungeon Keeper at Electronic Arts because they wanted to force me to finish the product a year early. I said no. Take the team to my house. The whole team went to my house, and we worked slavishly hard on the game and finished it. That's,
Do you not see the difference between being late for a publisher and being late for £500,000 that gamers gave you?
will the publisher. Well, the publisher gives you. I could have said that the game was finished a year ago, but I didn't. Why didn't I? Ask yourself that. Why didn't I just say that? Oh, the game's finished.
Because I think that would have been the end of your reputation if you put out a game that bad a year ago.
I haven't got a reputation in this industry anymore.
Why do you think that is?
I mean, I don't think I have. Every time, at the moment, the way it works is that every time I say anything, it's slept on. I said the thing about HoloLens, and that all went into, oh, Peter said, don't overpromise. And I just feel that the press is at it, is at the moment on that sort of press is just a place I'm no longer in, and it's hugely sad for me. But you won't see me at GDC, you won't see me at E3, so you just won't see me at all those things. I just feel quite introverted these days, comparatively. So very introverted.
You seem to be trying to blame the press for that rather than the press merely holding you to account.
No, I'm not blaming the press at all. I'm not blaming the press at all. I was held to account. I didn't announce that I was withdrawing myself. I just withdrew myself. Everybody said, oh, you keep overpromising, you keep overpromising. And I said, right, okay, fine. My answer to this, I have the sort of personality that finds it very, very difficult when faced with the members of the press and talking about my game not to get excited. I've tried to do that. I tried to do that at Microsoft, and I had any army of PR people trying to suppress me, but it's very difficult in my personality. So my answer was a year ago. Well, I'm going to stop. I'll just quietly withdraw, and that's what I've done. And I just feel like I'm doing it more because if it means that people don't hound me, and I have been hounded. Oh, that's another paragraph of mine. I mean, if you go back in time and you look at all the press interviews and you look at the Kickstarter campaign, there have been mistakes, and you can put that in the headline right now. But I am still dedicated, and this team, especially the gameplay team, not the GUI team, and not the graphics team, is still just dedicated to making Godus a great game, and it's going to take another 6 months. And that is the absolute truth of the matter.
Okay, so we should probably...
There have been many times in my career where I said things I shouldn't have said about acorns and oak trees and dogs and God knows what else. But I promise you, John, I only said them because at the time I truly believed them.
Do you think you wanted them to be true rather than believe they were true?
I think a lot of times, especially a few years ago, I would say things almost as I thought things. And the team used to really get aggressive that they would say, oh God, Peter, this is the first time we know what we're going to have this feature in the game. And then the other side of the equation, which is just as bad, is that I would tell the press and often show the press what they've only just been implemented without thought to the consequences of them making it into the final game. But this is what years ago and over the years, I think I was one of the developers that showed the stuff that was being made as it was being made, not like a publisher. They were always into the shock and awe. Microsoft tried to get me to be like that, which is, Peter, wait until the game's finished and then do press. But I always loved, and it was a passion and a love sharing with the press, what the development was going on. We had pretty much every journalist in the studio, looking around, meeting with us. That's the way that the world used to work. And now that side of development has completely gone off. So now we're developing the trail, and we're not going to say anything at all, anything at all, until this game is released Steam Early Access.
Okay, can we just clarify one thing? A number of sites have reported this week that the GOTUS team has been hugely reduced. There's very few people left working on it. But you've implied that the whole of 22 Cans is working on it. What is the truth in that?
No, I didn't say that.
Sorry, I misunderstood you then.
Here's the thing. When a developer, a programmer, or an artist has been working on something for a long time, they often, especially younger people, and most of the people who have left are younger people, they want to broaden their horizons. And that indeed, a few people did that. On the production side, there was Gemma and Christine and Matt. And they were super busy when we were releasing the Android version and the iOS version, but after we finished those, the writing was on the wall. And I looked around for other jobs. All of them except for Matt actually left the industry. We have now recruited people to replace them, and that's a really brilliant thing for a studio. A studio needs to have an influx of new people, so we've just had an artist start from France, a brilliant artist start from France. I don't know his name. I should know his name. We're having Richard start on and he specializes in gameplay and combat, and he's starting on Monday, and we're interviewing, and we're about to make another job offer to a producer guy, but I can't tell you his name because he hasn't handed in his notice yet. So this is the normal.
So how many of these people are working on GOTUS and how many are on the trail roughly? Do you know?
So the people who aren't working on GOTUS are the people who wouldn't be busy on GOTUS most of the time. So at the moment, I'm just looking over them now. We've got Dave, Pavel, Conrad, Andy, Martin, and Connor, and Michelle just stuck up her arms as well. You're not working on GOTUS. To Michelle. And then Peter on the other side. And on the trail, we've got Sarah. She's the concept artist, so there's not much work for her to do on GOTUS. We've got Paul, who did all the sculpting stuff, so there's not much for him to do on GOTUS at the moment. Tony's working on the trail, Dimitri and Tom, and then on the art side, the new artist is learning Maya, and we'll have to see how he gets on. And Paul McLaughlin is working on GOTUS, and he's the head art. I think I've covered everyone that I can see.
Okay, that's great.
Jack is working on GOTUS. He's sitting next to me playing the story of GOTUS through at the moment.
Like I say, a lot of sites have reported that there are very few people left on GOTUS, so it's good that we can clarify that that's not the case.
I don't think that's very few people, is it?
No. I'm saying...
John, why don't you come down?
Peter, listen, you've misunderstood. A number of sites have reported that very few people are left working on GOTUS. It's good to have clarified that's not the case.
Yeah, I'm passionate. I hope if you've got anything from this, I'm passionate about making a great game. You know, I'm doing work on GOTUS. Well, I should be working on GOTUS. I should be playing through the story, but now I'm talking to you. How long have we been going? How long have we been talking?
An hour and 15 minutes. I very much appreciate it. Okay, one final thing then before we wrap up. It's been 3 years for Brian Henderson. Why don't you give him some of the money from the game?
Well, because he needs to act as God of Gods.
Yeah, but he thought he was going to do that, and...
Because that is part of the deal. He needs to be a God of Gods, and we need to get the multiplayer in before God of Gods can...
Sure, but at this point, don't you think it would be a bit of a good faith thing to do since he's been so badly screwed over?
I think we'll probably...
You told Pocket Gamer that you were putting money aside for him.
Think of something to say sorry about, and this is not the place to announce that.
No, not at all. But you told Pocket Gamer that the revenue was being put aside for him that he would get with the multiplayer when the multiplayer is fine.
Yeah, but he needs to be God of Gods before that happens.
Yeah, but with one of your lead developers saying he doesn't think that's likely to happen...
I've already explained that, John. If you ask Conrad now, he would say the complete opposite. The key thing is that we have to do the stupid, boring, shitty server stuff before doing it, and now they're literally, once we've fixed the bugs in the story, that's the next thing we're working on. And I hope and believe this date or not, I hope that by Easter, we're gonna have that in there. And then it starts getting really interesting.
Then it's combat, then it's multiplayer after Easter, is what you're saying.
And then we need combat, then it's multiplayer, and then we've got the ingredients for God of Gods. Because it's combat, which is used to judge the God of Gods, and stuff like that.
Okay, well, thank you very much. I appreciate that you haven't enjoyed this at all, but I appreciate how much time that you've given to do it.
Yeah. I love Godus. I love what we're doing. I love what we're doing. I wish I was smarter. I wish everything that came out of my mouth that came to pass. And there's no one in this industry, John, that hasn't been more committed and more passionate about the industry. And I hope you personally see that. I'm sure you're gonna write the article, and it's gonna be tough on us. And
Well, I'm going to quote the interview. It's not going to be, I can't make it any better or worse than the things that you've said, so that should be fine.
okay, yeah, okay. I wonder. Yeah, we'll see. I'll get back to work. Get an Apple phone so you can find a friend.
What the fuck was that?
I have no idea. I think he tried to imply that the interviewer doesn't have friends.
I think that is what the ending of that did try to imply, which is so funny. Buddy, that's not what it's about.
Eddie, man.
Wait,
is it not?
I'm just saying this isn't about him not having any friends. He's just being a little rude to you. Yeah, maybe there was some mention in the skipped bit or something.
Oh, that's true.
We skipped a lot of this, but even the parts that we read, I'm like,
here, if people want to read the whole thing,
link it.
I've posted it in the chat.
This interview is very wild. I don't know that the interviewer is doing a particularly good job, but even like a tough interview. It's definitely more questions I would ask, such as like, why did all of your staff leave the industry?
Right. Why was everyone leaving?
And also him admitting that he's paying them $30,000, which is I don't know. I guess that's okay.
£30,000 to be clear. That's about
£30,000. Sure.
I think.
I don't know.
Actually, I don't know what the conversion rate.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm thinking Canadian dollars. Maybe it's less to American dollars.
It would be.
It might be.
Either way, it's like wild.
Games industry is notoriously paid low, though. Like,
yeah.
I'm not saying that's good. I'm just saying that like that might actually have been a good salary in 2010 for the games industry. So like most people in the industry might look at that and go like, yeah, okay, that's reasonable.
I think what I'll say about this interview is I wish that game developers gave these sort of just like unhinged interviews still, and I wish that people were asking them about like labor conditions rather than like, oh, your game didn't come out on time, which is like totally, when this article was written, that's totally the discourse of what game journalism was about.
Right.
And I do wish for as pressing and intense an interview as this one about like actual shit, because I'm so curious. Just based on this, I feel like I get a vibe, but I'm so curious about what it was like to work under this man. And like, you know, a lot of what we learned about Andromeda is that like it was a lot to do with the conditions of the game that made it turn out the way it was. And I'm curious the extent to which that was like Microsoft being like, you have to stick to this date, and to what extent that was like Peter Molyneux's own particular nonsense, because there certainly seems to be some nonsense.
There's probably a good intersection of both.
Yeah.
Do you want to take a break, and then we'll come back and we'll learn about how Molyneux is now into cryptocurrency?
Yeah, we'll learn about where Molyneux's at now, and then we'll probably finish pretty soon. So quick break, come back, one more article, and some discussion, and we're out of here.
All right, see y'all in a minute.
See you in a minute.
All right, here we are. Peter Molyneux, his next game is a blockchain business sim featuring NFTs because the future sucks. Welcome to 2021.
God. Let's just fucking do it. Let's just do it.
Right.
This feels like the inevitable conclusion of Fable 3 as you become Reaver.
All right. I want to take a quick bet. Do you think he talks about release dates at all in this article?
Absolutely not. He's not mentioning a release date ever again in his life.
Yeah, that's fair. All right. I'm assuming you want me to read this. I'm happy to read it. Do you want me to read this one?
Can I read this one?
Yeah,
I
you
think
are
it'd
welcome
be
to read
fun
this one
to
for
read
sure,
one.
for sure.
Okay, let me just pull it up and all right. So, Peter Molyneux's next game is a blockchain business sim featuring NFTs because the future sucks. The Fable creator announced the new game yesterday during some NFT gaming event that you didn't know happened. Have you been wondering what old Peter Molyneux has been up to lately? Well, in a move that very few will find surprising, the infamous designer is jumping into the world of blockchain gaming and NFT bullshit. His next game, Legacy, is built entirely around the technology and quote unquote crypto gaming. Molyneux, who once got a bunch of people to tap a cube for fun, announced yesterday at the weekend-long Gala Games Galaverse in Las Vegas that his company's next video game is Legacy, which is described as a blockchain business sim, quote unquote. Raise your hand if you knew there was a Galaverse happening in Las Vegas. According to Molyneux, he and his company, 22 Cans, had been working on Legacy when he was contacted by the folks over at Gala Games about possibly making something powered by the blockchain. It turns out Legacy was a perfect fit for quote-unquote crypto gaming. As Molyneux explains it, every mechanic in Legacy was tailor-made for the blockchain environment. How exciting? In a blog post from Gala Games and Molyneux, they explain what Legacy actually is, or at least tried to explain it. In Legacy, players will create digital products and buildings from thousands of available parts. These plans are then manufactured by a quote-unquote army of workers. And after that, players are free to trade, quote, anything and everything with other players around the world to, quote, dominate the open market. Apparently, there will be in-game events and competitions that will, maybe one day, reward players with money and other prizes. But before you begin playing this game, quote unquote, you'll need to buy a land NFT before you can start your own in-game blockchain business. And all of this will be powered by a new cryptocurrency, Legacy Coin, which exists on the Ethereum blockchain. Legacy and another recently announced FPS, Last Expedition, are described by the creators in Gala Games as, quote, play to earn, with the idea being that players can create digital content and goods and then trade or sell that stuff via the blockchain to make money, which is an interesting idea that has existed without the blockchain for years in various games like CSGO, Roblox, and more. Mixing blockchain technology and video games has quickly become a new hot idea among publishers and devs looking to make a quick buck, wanting to innovate and change how players interact with games. We recently saw Ubisoft joining the NFT bandwagon, though, as usual, the response from most folks was a mix of confusion or disgust. NFTs, blockchains, and cryptocurrency have been heavily criticized by many over the last few years for a host of reasons, including the horrible amount of e-waste created by digital mining facilities, the continued strain miners have put on the chip shortage, and of course, the fact that all the energy blockchains eat up is potentially accelerating global warming and is extremely wasteful. But ignoring all of that, much of what NFTs and blockchains promise, the ability to create and sell digital goods in games or virtual worlds, already exists and has for years with the world-burning technology. But as long as there are some folks out there willing to buy into all this, there will be folks like Molyneux willing to invest in it.
God, December 2021. Yeah, that fits.
I just want to say that Peter Molyneux eventually ending up with NFTs, and not only NFTs, but a particular model, the play to earn model, that right now is something that like is absolutely destroying like, you know, is creating new fucked up like play to earn economies in like the global south. This is a thing about play to earn models, is that people basically form smaller pseudo businesses where they get like
other
people in the global south to grind. It's like coin grinding in World of Warcraft with NFTs basically. And it primarily does affect people in the global south. I'd have to remember which specific country. I believe it's one in Southeast Asia where it's like a prominent
I can't imagine
thing with
it's
a particular
one country.
Right, but there's like a particular game that's like some fish nonsense with NFTs where there
I've
is
seen
like
the fish in the
yeah.
folding ideas video, right?
Yeah. The fact that this is on that same model, and if he were successful would fall into that same wheelhouse, is just like the perfect, like, I think, kind of bow on Fable 3's weird colonial shit, weird cop shit, weird
Yeah.
capitalist shit. Weird, like, we're giving you choices, but the choices are constrained by what we decide is true. Of course that would lead to NFTs. Of course that would lead to crypto. Because it's this idea of absolute freedom, of absolute innovation, when in reality it is constrained ideas, utterly meaningless, and in the end, it just makes the world worse.
So I did open the article about how he made a bunch of people pay to touch a cube. I do have to open it up.
Yeah, please just open it up.
Let's see. The man who opened Peter Molyneux's cure. Oh, I remember the cube.
Is
I
this the
remember
Brian
cube
Henderson
now.
thing?
I think
Oh my
so.
god, this
Yeah,
is the God of
yeah, it's
Gods
the
thing!
fucking Brian Henderson thing. Oh, right. Oh, yeah.
You gotta read this. It's short, you gotta read this.
Okay. Remember Brian... Okay, so title. The man who opened Peter Molyneux's Curiosity Cube still hasn't received a cent. Remember Brian Henderson? He's the man who won the Curiosity Prize, a prize that the game's creator, Peter Molyneux, promised would be, quote, life-changing. Part of that prize involved becoming a digital god. It also included a cut of the profits from Molyneux's next game, Godus. To date, Henderson hasn't received a cent. He is yet to become a digital god. That's the whole article. And then there's a video.
I have no interest in watching the video.
Yeah, I don't really wanna.
But,
That's
you
so
know.
funny.
Oh, that's funny. Okay, now I know the God of Gods context, thank God.
Yeah, thank the God of Gods.
What else is there for us to say about Fable 3? Do we feel like we have a good understanding of the Fable series? Do we feel, how bad of a game was it? Because I didn't hate every moment we were playing it.
I really enjoyed the parts that we weren't playing it and were reading Conquest of Bread. I enjoyed playing with our dog. I enjoyed getting to fuck Reaver over. Though nothing happens to Reaver.
Yeah.
Nothing happens to Reaver. Like
Fable 4, you get to beat the shit
No.
out of Reaver and kill him.
Well, I guess Peter Molyneux wouldn't be working on it because I'm pretty
He's
sure
not,
Microsoft
but I
would
know
never
Fable 4
touch him.
is coming
Oh, is
out.
that a thing? That's a thing
It's a
that's
thing.
happening. Wow.
Yeah, it's a
I
thing
know
that's
they
happening.
just
Let me find the recent news on it.
Okay, they
talking.
re-released the like first game recently, I think, in like better graphics question mark, or they just remastered it where they made it like 4K, but it still looks like polygons, which I fucking hate. Which I get, like I'm not trying to criticize like the people who work hard making very crisp 4K renderings of old assets, because creating new assets is costly and I understand. But the fact that like the corporate incentive is to like hire people to do this and yada yada, and that's the result of what we get, sucks, because it's like, we're gonna release this game again, we're gonna say remastered, so people are like, it's gonna look pretty. It looks exactly the same, but like you can see the shitty graphics instead of it being like a lower quality visual anyways, or it's like slightly enhanced. This is like, if you've looked at the Mass Effect, what is it called, Anniversary Edition, the bundle where they basically redid all the graphics of the first game, the whole trailer is just comparing the graphics between the two games.
Fable 4 is officially happening.
Wow.
In what is essentially a reboot, the upcoming entry in the beloved fantasy series was first announced back in 2020. Coming to us from Playground Games, the developer behind the Forza Horizon series. News has been pretty quiet on the Fable 4th front. Still, as we head toward the end of the year and begin to look ahead to all of the new games for 2023 and beyond, the next Fable game continues to be one of the most anticipated upcoming releases. While we've yet to see more of the game since the release of the cinematic teaser, the last news comes in the form of Fable 4 appointing a new narrative lead, and a senior producer on the team also addressed claims of downscaling due to technical difficulties.
Didn't the Forza team work on Andromeda because the controls were like Forza? I feel like I'm remembering a conversation we had around that.
They may have, or it may have been a different one. They could have. It's totally possible. Apparently, it is going to be an RPG. It uses the same game engine as Forza Motorsport, which is the funniest thing. I know that game engines are like really, you can do lots of different things.
This is just Mass Effect Andromeda all over again.
You know what? I I think if Fable 4 does come out and it is generally considered to be worse than Fable 3, we should consider.
Should we play it?
We
Oh
should
my
consider
God.
it. We should consider a return to Fable.
We have to play the actual worst Fable. That's so funny.
If it's better than Fable 3, though, people will
Yeah,
just have
if
to
it's
play it
better,
and tell us
yeah.
about it.
We'll never play it. That's not what this is.
That's not what we do here.
We don't play
We
good
play-
games except when we do between the bad games. But those are
Right,
short and indie.
Yeah, we'll be playing. I think next up we are going to be playing a short indie.
Yeah.
We're taking a break next week.
Yeah, we'll be back
Um,
on December 1st and December 8th. Wait, is that right?
Nope, we're taking this. We are. I believe you said
I did say
7th and 15th. December
believe-
7th, December 15th.
8th and 15th. 7th is the Wednesday. Yeah, so we're gonna
I
take
see.
a 2-week break.
8th, and it would be. Oh yeah, okay, yeah, I see what you
I
mean.
could
Yeah,
do the first. We can do the logistics. We're gonna take a small break. We'll announce the next game. And it'll be a short indie game. It'll either be the 1st or the 8th. And
we'll let folks know about what
yeah.
date that's gonna be.
and then
next,
yeah, sorry, go.
no, you go.
Okay. The thing I was gonna say is like after we do that, we're gonna take a break for the holidays, and then we're gonna come back. I assume on like January 5th or January 12th.
Something like that, and we will be back with another worst game in a series where I think we're going to discuss what that is. There's the possibility.
There's a
I'm
lot.
not even gonna
There's a
say
lot
it.
of choices. Yeah,
I'm
we're
not
not
even
gonna
gonna say
spoil
anything.
things. It'll be great. It'll be a great surprise.
Uh-huh.
Everyone will love it, and you're gonna love it. And you're gonna love it. I'm just pointing at Fen and then Fen again.
Sata's here too, potentially.
Oh, I
so-
thought Seda left. It's like
I don't
past
know.
midnight.
It is past midnight where Sata is, so
Oh,
I
Seta's
hope.
still here. At least the thing says, "Hi, Seda." You're still here.
Either way, I think we have had a pretty unique and definitive experience with Fable 3. I think one day we'll have to come back and finish the Conquest of Bread. We'll have to find some other time, perhaps in our next worst game, and then we can wrap it up. Hi, Seda.
Hi.
Yeah. Do we have anything else to say about Fable 3?
We have played the best version of Fable 3. You don't need to play it. Please do not play this video game.
We got the best ending. That's called the true ending.
Yeah.
Where I'm from. And
The combat is mediocre. Like, the combat is fun for the first hour of the game, and then it's like the same thing over and over again.
the moral choices don't make a lot of sense.
Magic is overpowered. If you're gonna play this game, just put all your points into magic. But don't play this game.
Maybe go play a different Fable game. I don't know. Tell us how Fable 4 is.
Yeah. I think I'm good. I think we're done with Fable. I didn't expect to be done with Fable tonight, but we're done with Fable.
We're done with Fable. And yeah, I'm excited for some indies in December and to return in January with Worst Foot Forward round 3.
Yeah, we'll have a salty spotlight soon enough.
Salty Spotlight upcoming. We could announce what that is. Do we want to, or
Are we confirmed on which one it is?
oh, there's right.
There are a
Mhm.
couple we could choose.
We'll discuss.
Yeah, okay, cool. We'll probably make a choice and announce that by like this weekend.
Yeah.
I'm not setting a date. I'm not making the same mistake that Peter Mullen do. Right.
Claire, are you
I'm never gonna say a date ever again. I'm never gonna say a date ever in my life.
Talk to the press, Claire.
No, I hate the press. They always come for me. I am victimized by the press. Whenever I get interviewed and my name is published, people attack me by saying mean things about me. Like I'm a liar. I don't lie, I just say things that are wrong all the time, publicly and repeatedly.
Thank you to the creators of Fable 3, except for Peter Molyneux.
Thank you to all the developers and the artists and the writers who worked very, very hard on this game. Fuck Peter Molyneux. And I hope everyone has a good night. And I hope, Brianna, you have fun playing Pokemon.
Yeah, it's Pokemon time! Woo!
All right, good night, everybody.
Good night!